This is like a few minutes into this Mtashed video, and this guy's like already, he said like several things that are misinformation. He talks about, I need to show this because he's like mocking the like difficulty or something of the game.
There has to be some sort of threat. There has to be some reason to get stronger. And I even jumped in, there's like a testing area. I can't even remember how I got into the testing area. I'm seeing if I can find it. I don't remember where it was. Anyways, I loaded into it, and I spawned in enemies that were level 60 when I was level 20. They're tripling me in level, and I killed them. I killed them easily.
I killed them easily.
And it was like, okay, that's fine. But then it got me thinking. If I look at all the content in the game right now, like
the problem was that you weren't thinking. Okay, now let me go debunk this right now, actually. So his claim is that he had a level 20 Rebecca. I can actually show you like his level 20 Rebecca. He like shows the actual build right here. He's got these mods on, these like terrible mods on there that like don't actually do anything. So his claim is that his level 20 Rebecca in a trial testing arena mode that he can't actually remember where it was or what it was or how to get back into it. And then his claim was that he spawned level 60 enemies and then he like killed them easily and like wiped the floor with them. Okay, so let me just objectively debunk this. So my level 50 Rebecca, I actually have like upgraded her. I've actually engaged with the gameplay systems to upgrade her. I've upgraded the talents. I've upgraded her like wedges. I actually have like good upgrades on her, things that like actually upgrade like attack, skill damage, all this stuff, attack 60, like all this stuff. I've upgraded all of these. I've equipped these level 50. Let me take her into the level 60 mobs. Let me take her into a level 60 mission. Now let's see if let's see. So if I go in here, this level 60 Demon Wedge farming mission.
My venom is surging like my passion for love.
Let's just see. Because if a level 20 Rebecca with terrible mods is essentially one-shotting level 60s, then this should be a joke, right? And I have like an objectively better build. Oh, wait a sec. So it's actually not one-shotting. In fact, I'm not like wiping, like Rebecca, she's so good at mobbing and farming that I actually can beat this. And I actually have like a decent build on her, so I can beat this, but I'm not one-shotting anything. I actually have to like play and swing and put down my jellyfish. So I'm definitely not one-shotting, okay? So this claim that somehow you are a level 20 Rebecca with a non-build, with like nothing, with no damage build, that you're somehow like just beating level 60 enemies easily. This just show, if this doesn't show just kind of how like unserious the entire like foundation of his criticism and claim is, like, I don't know, like maybe he has some points of some things, but like just everything, it's just so unserious, you know, like that he's making all of these claims, and this is like one of like the boss like major enemies. See, am I one-shotting this? No, I actually have to like sit here and do this. This is like one of the major like enemies. So it's just like I don't even know, like the disappointment is just so palpable. I don't even know what to really say about it, because it's just so obvious that what he's saying is just so misinformation. It's false. Like it's debunked. There's really nothing more to say. And then the foundation for all of the rest of his criticism on the game, like where he's talking about all the difficulty and the gameplay systems that he like hasn't engaged with, hasn't bothered engaging with. And again, if I want to have grace, I'm assuming maybe he's just angry that like the buffering thing, and like he's pissed off at the game, and that's like the best I can think of is like why he's doing all of this and saying all of this. And I actually got like a pretty nice mod here, but so thanks Mtashed for making me do that. But like, you know, like it's disappointing. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, like, I mean, it makes me it just calls into question the very foundation of everything that he's saying, because he's saying these things so confidently. And as we can clearly see, it's like, it's wrong, it's false, it's objectively just wrong. Like an objectively stronger Rebecca build with more attack goes against these level 60s and I'm not one-shotting. It's disappointing. It's disappointing to see such like this blatant confident wrongness and misinformation. It sucks. I don't know. It just sucks. Like I remember, dude, especially from Mtashed for this game, Duet Night Abyss, with their removing of the gacha and their like attempt at kind of moving past that monetization system. I remember way back in the day with Genshin, I remember seeing like Mtashed crying in like a video about Genshin, where he was like lamenting the fact that he might have like encouraged people with like, because of his enthusiasm with like the gambling, is like he might have encouraged people to like develop a problem or something and to abuse the gacha. And I mean, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It was like, he seemed heartfelt and like extremely authentic, and he seemed very serious about it. And then to see him like being so bad faith, so like unauthentic, so like so much misinformation for Duet Night Abyss, which is a game that like is in the same like adjacent style genre, but is like really, it was like removing gacha and trying to move past that. I think that's where like the disappointment, I keep using this word disappointment, and like that's kind of where it's coming from. It is just, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't want to like speak for him or assume anything. I don't know why he's doing that, but it is just, like I said, disappointing. So, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm open to it, but that's kind of where it stands right now.
It won't let me load into a lot of the different missions. Like, I genuinely can't load into them because I'm not high enough level. And so, I can't go into, like, level 50 stuff or level 60 stuff because I'm not high enough level.
You know why? It's because you wouldn't be able to complete it, and you'd get pissed at why you couldn't complete it, because you're not actually engaging with the gameplay systems. I don't know. Like, and I've noticed that, like, for example, like, he has that buffering bug, so, like, his experience, objectively, his experience playing the game is probably awful. If the game is buffering every 5 seconds, it's probably awful. And, you know, you should give the company flack for that, but, like, give them flack for that, right? Like, there's this thing here, I just want to make an example of this.
And you can't ascend weapons if you're not a high enough rank. But the other problem is they have the same kind of gacha systems where to level up particular weapons and particular characters, you need to get seemingly regional pieces of loot. Okay,
they're not regional. So let me just stop right here, because like this is, again, I'm disappointed. Like it's you know, his character is seemingly level 20, so he's at the very beginning of the game. He doesn't understand this. This is like his first ascension. This thing right here that he hovers, he even hovers over it, which is why I'm even more disappointed. Like it's an ascension material, so like it's kind of something you see commonly in a gacha-esque progression system. But here's how this works, right? You click on this commission exploration, and you do a mission that lasts like 2 minutes, and then you get like some handful of materials. His ascension upgrade here is 5 minutes of gameplay away. In 5 minutes of gameplay, he could have his ascension, right? He doesn't need to hunt down a world specific material. I don't even know where he's getting this from. Like, I don't know. Again, like, I'm just disappointed. This is just like blatant misinformation. I don't know if he corrects this later, but like, this is a video he did yesterday. It's disappointing, you know, and it's, I don't know, like I'm not like the guy who's like, you know, on my knees for $1 billion corporation. But again, like I am inclined to return goodwill with goodwill, right? Maybe they don't, you know, like they don't kind of meet us on like maybe secret letter drop rates or time gating, and they kind of stubbornly keep that stuff in. That could be pretty bad. I think, like, again, those are things that are like, could be hotfix tomorrow, but if they make an intentional decision to keep those things, like, I would be very disappointed in the developers. Like, I think they'd be squandering something that like could be quite special. But that's my criticism, right? Like,
in the first Ascendant, if you want to grind up your gun and you want to grind up all your mods, you can just go slam and grind and farm and do it. And you just get the materials and there's no problem. But I'm already starting to worry, like, oh god, am I going to start getting gated because I refuse to go climb that mountain and get a chest?
Yeah, so like, I think he even addressed this in like his comment or something about like you don't need to do chests to explore to ascend characters. But the main thing is like, he's talking about how the adventure level, or the whatever they call it, like your account level kind of time gates, or like ascension level for your characters. So like for me, I'm currently trial rank 40. My character, I need to be trial rank 45 to ascend my character to like increase the level cap to 60. And the thing is like, I really just kind of have viewed this, like, to me, it's been satisfying to go through this progression system. Maybe like in the beginning, you're definitely ranking up really fast. Maybe it slows down, but to me, it's just a standard progression system. Like, he references TFD and Warframe here, but in TFD and Warframe, you, like, if you have a weapon, right, in First Ascendant, you need to level up that weapon to level 20 or level 40, I think, like 12 times in order to fully, and then you need to farm actually all of the catalysts in order to add the polarity to the mod slot. It's the same system in here where you like change the polarity to decrease the cost of the mod on the character. And that's required to like fully upgrade your mods and then fully mod your gun or your character, right? So like, you can't just go and slam. I mean, like, yeah, you go and slam and you upgrade, but it requires like a ton of grinding, right? I mean, in this game, you upgrade this trial rank. Again, this is an artifact of the gacha system. It's not necessarily perfect, but it's a progression system, right? You go and you kind of go through some quests. They have a skip button. You can skip through it. You get trial rank for upgrading characters. There's a similar thing in First Ascendant, where you upgrade your like account level. So you get trial rank for like upgrading characters for the first time, upgrading weapons for the first time, for unlocking mods for the first time. So it's kind of like encouraging you. So when I reach this kind of lock of at level 40, I'm at level 40. When I reach this barrier, what I can do is kind of say, well, with the power of my character, what can I go farm, right? And I kind of say, okay, like I have these mod things I can farm. I can farm up to this. So maybe I'll just go and I'll farm all this stuff. Like look at all, like I have all these mods that I can collect here, right? I have all these mods that I can collect. This all gives trial XP. By going and doing this, maybe you get better mods, right, for your characters and weapons. So that way you're increasing the power of your weapon so that when you do go and unlock the next levels, then you can be like appropriate power for that content, right? Like, I don't know, I'm not an expert. I'm not even saying it's perfect. I'm just saying it's a progression system, and it's not as bad as what he's saying, right? It just feels like, I don't even know like what he's cooking with this comparison.